where life exists. That's it. It's fixed. It can't grow. And as Carl Sagan used to tell us, if you were to reduce the Earth to the size of a basketball, the biosphere would be thinner than a layer of varnish on that basketball. And that's it. That's where all life exists, and nothing within that system can grow forever. But economists think it can. And let me just end with an illustration why, if we don't confront this whole issue of economic growth and the demand for growth, we are on a suicidal path, whatever we do. First of all, Canada is one of the richest countries on the planet. Alberta is the richest country in is the richest province in one of the richest countries. If Alberta can't afford to do anything about climate change, when can we afford to do it? At what point? And if we don't start, why should China or India or Indonesia or Brazil pay any attention to what we're saying? So we've got to get going with it. And it seems to me we've got to confront this juggernaut of economics. As you know, anything growing steadily over time is called exponential growth. And anything growing exponentially has a predictable doubling time. Okay? So if it's growing at 1% a year, whether it's the amount of garbage you make, the amount of space in your city, or the number of people, it will double in 70 years. 2% a year will double in 35 years, 3% in 24 years, 4% in 17 and a half years. Anything growing exponentially will have a doubling time. Going to give you something analogous to the planet. It's a test tube full of food for bacteria. That's the Earth. The bacteria are us. I'm going to put one bacterial cell in, and it's going to divide every minute. Okay, so at time 0 at the beginning, there's one cell. 1 minute, there are 2. 2 minutes, there are 4. 3 minutes are 8. 4 minutes, 16. That's exponential growth. And at 60 minutes, the test tube is completely full of bacteria and no food left. 60-minute cycle. When is the test tube only half full? Well, of course, the answer is at 59 minutes. Been around 59 minutes, it's only half full, but 1 minute later, it's filled. So at 58 minutes, it's 25% full. 57 minutes is 12.5% full. At 55 minutes of a 60-minute cycle, it's 3% full. So if at 55 minutes, one of the bacteria said, hey guys, I've been thinking, we got a population problem. The other bacteria would say, Jack, what the hell have you been smoking, man? 97% of the test tube's empty, and we've been around for 55 minutes. And they'd be 5 minutes away from filling it. So bacteria knows smarter than people. At 59 minutes, they go, oh my God, Jack was right. What the hell are we going to do? We got 1 minute left. Well, don't give any money to those economists. Give it to those scientists. And in less than a minute, they invent 3 test tubes full of food for bacteria. So they quadruple the amount of food in space. So they're saved, right? What happens? 60 minutes, the first test tube's full. 61 minutes, the second's full. 62 minutes, all 4 are full. By quadrupling the amount of food in space, by adding 3 more planets, you buy 2 extra minutes. How do you add even a percent of 1% more of air, water, soil, biodiversity? You can't. And every scientist I've talked to agrees with me. We're already past the 59th minute. So all this talk about growth, more growth, means that we want to accelerate what is a suicidal path. Now, when I say this to politicians and business people, they get angry at me. How dare you say we're past the 59th minute? Look at our stores filled with stuff. We're living longer. We're healthier. I say it because, without apology, we have created the illusion that this is all fine and we can continue by using up the rightful legacy of future generations in the name of progress and growth. We're using up what every one of our children and grandchildren should have the right to use. And that's the challenge. It's urgent. We can't keep pissing around, and we've got to start putting our bodies on the line. Thank you very much.